All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. We just got back, and I mean literally an hour ago, from a little vacation that we took to Savannah, Georgia. Had a great time. Went up there, did the touristy thing, walking River Street, checking everything out, eating a lot of restaurants, and that was fun. But the whole ride home, I've been thinking about getting out here to the wood rack and start splitting some of this wood. So hopefully you watched the last episode or two where I went out in the woods, cut all this kind of blown down oak. Like I said, I believe it's about 2 years old from some hurricane damage that we had. Looks a little rotten on the outside, but I know the inside's going to be plenty solid for some firewood for us. So I'll try to remember to include a link to in the description below to that video if you haven't watched it. So that's today's plan. I've got just a couple hours before dark. I just got done freeze protecting everything. I know that sounds weird in Florida, right? But it was 32 this morning, and the next 2 mornings it's supposed to be in the mid to high 20s. So that's cold enough that we start having issues with pipes busting, things like that. So just went out there and wrapped everything up. Got a couple hours to kill before dark. So we're gonna fire up the log splitter here, get to splitting some of this wood, start filling these racks up. Thanks for watching. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm losing some light. It probably doesn't even look like I put a dent in this, but I got quite a few pieces out of the way. Filled up this entire rack. Got some old gnarly pieces over here that were just starting to get dangerous to split. Just the way the grain is and the way they're cut, they're starting to pop out on me. So those are a couple pieces I think I'm going to trash. So I've still got enough wood here to easily fill this rack up. And most likely, after I split what's left, I'll fill this rack up too. So that's going to have me almost completely full. Still got to add a little bit of good oak to this once I cut some. This is that old stuff out of the trail, just kind of low desirable stuff. Still got to split a little bit more of it that I hauled out the other day. So I'll wind up filling that rack up almost completely up. So all I've got left for greenwood is the rack on the end and this rack. So I think it's safe to say I'm out of rack space again coming up, especially once I cut a couple more trees out there. I'm actually not going to have enough rack space now, I can clearly tell, to finish cutting the other 2 to 3 trees that I have out there. So I'm going to really think it through if I'm going to build any more rack space. Probably not. I may put some landscape timbers down in the back. And as I keep splitting wood, just rack it outside, because a lot of people actually don't put their wood underneath tin. I mean, there's not a whole lot of point. Wood's not just going to straight absorb moisture. It's got to be laying down in the dirt, so it's not going to absorb all the rainwater. But I like having it under roofs if I want to come grab some after rain and burn it like we're probably going to do tonight. You know, I just kind of like the way it looks. That's just me being a little picky. So hopefully you enjoyed this, because I got a lot more splitting coming up. I've got to finish working through what I've got behind me, this little bit, get it all racked up out the way, so I can go out there and start cutting some more trees and hauling the rounds up here. So there'll definitely be some more firewood splitting and cutting coming up here in the future. And once I get these last couple trees out of the way, I'm probably going to jump onto some fencing, clearing for fencing, etc. Try to knock a few of these other projects out that I want to before spring gets here. So there's a lot of things I don't want to do in the summer heat or in the springtime. So we're going to try to stay busy the next few weeks. So, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. Plenty more of it coming. I appreciate you watching. We had another awesome weekend this past weekend on subscriber count. It jumped up. Thank you to all the new subscribers. There's a lot of stuff like this coming in the future. And if you haven't watched some of the other videos, then I'll go ahead and let you know we've got a lot of animal stuff coming in the future. Fencing. We're going to plan on having some horses, cows, goats. We're still talking about that. We're probably going to wind up getting a farm dog, so we'll slowly introduce all that to the channel, as well as we're still in the process of working through getting ready to start building our house, so we'll be sure to include all that. Thank y'all so much for watching.